Good morning, my dear children. In this module, we are going to discuss about the infrastructure. In our last class, we have discussed till energy as a critical component of infrastructure. Here in this module, we are going to discuss about the health care infrastructure. So children, what is health? Health is not only the absence of disease, but also the ability to realize one's potential. It is a yardstick of one's well being. Health is the holistic process related to the overall growth and the development of the nation. It is the responsibility of the government to ensure the right to healthy living. Generally, scholars assess people's health by taking into account the indicators like infant mortality and maternal mortality rates. Next is life expectancy and nutritional levels. And the next one is incidence of communicable and non-communicable diseases. So this is actually what is health means. And health infrastructure, if we explain health infrastructure, what all components comes under the health infrastructure? It includes hospitals, doctors, nurses and other paramedical professionals, beds, equipment required in hospitals and a well-developed pharmaceutical industries. And the development of this health infrastructure ensures the country of healthy manpower for the production of goods and services. Mere presence of health infrastructure is not sufficient to have healthy people. The same should be accessible to all people. Since the initial stages of plan development, the policymakers envisaged that no individual should fail to secure medical facilities, curative and preventive, because of the inability. Here in this picture, we can see that health infrastructure is still lacking in large parts of the country. So why it is so? Please think about that, children. Because of the regional disparities also. Because in remote and in backward areas, it is not accessible. These facilities are not provided to these areas, and we can see the more death rates are in this remote as well as in backward areas. Here we can see the statistics of this health infrastructure in India, and they have conducted a survey, and here various statistical measures related to different years has been given, and the items given under these are hospitals, that is government hospitals, as well as the beds under these government hospitals. Next is dispensaries, and next one is PHCS, sub-centers and CHCS. So if we compare the various estimates or the statistical estimates, we can see the advancement in these hospitals, that is from 1951 to 2017. A gradual increases in the government hospitals as well as all the items given. So the inference we can just do is that a rapid changes happen in this. The medical advancement, due to medical advancement, the rapid changes or the facilities has been increased during these years. The government has the constitutional obligations to guide and regulate all health related issues such as medical education, adulteration of food, drugs and poisons, medical profession, vital statistics, mental deficiency, and lunacy. So, what is this? That is, the government has a constitutional obligation. Yes, to what? They have to guide and regulate all the health issues, health related issues. Which are they? Yes, related to the medical education, adulteration of the food. Adulteration means, yes, something, yes, we know that one. In the food items, they will just mix up, yes, with some other preservatives or some other colors, isn't it? So that all adulteration of food. And drugs and poisons, as well as medical professions, then vital statistics, then mental deficiency, who are mentally weak, and lunacy. So all these we can see the active role of the government to improve the health conditions of the people. Here, the union government evolves broad health policies and plans through the Central Council of Health and Family Welfare. It is actually a board, it's a Central Council of Health and Family Welfare. So, what it does, it collects information and renders financial and technical assistance to state government. So, I told you that is 3 levels of government, isn't it? Yes. So, union government, what it does, it provides technical assistance to state governments, union territories and other bodies for the implementation of important health programs in the country. Over the years, India has built a vast health infrastructure and manpower at different levels. At the village level, a variety of hospitals, technically known as primary health centers, have been set up by the government. India also has a large number of hospitals run by the voluntary agencies and the private sector. So here we can see that all over, yes, in our country, yes, in all villages we can see, yes, what is that? Primary health centers. That is also, before it was lacking, but it is compulsorily now the primary health centers are there and set up by the government in all villages also. And here we can see the, yes, the voluntary agencies and the private sector also, they took initiatives for the rapid expansion of such, yes, health facilities also. And the hospitals and this are manned by professionals, and this paramedical professionals trained in medical, pharmacy and nursing colleges also. These private hospitals, yes, who will manage all these activities? The professionals, they will manage all such activities, and paramedical professionals, those who are trained in medical and pharmacy and nursing colleges, they also, yes, manage all these activities. Since independence, there has been a significant expansion in the physical provision of health services. During 1951 to 2017, the number of government hospitals and dispensaries increased. We can see the rapid changes, that is, the number has increased 9,300 to 51,300, and hospital beds also increased from 1.2 lakh to 7.1 lakh. Also, nursing personnel increased from 0.18 to 28.08 lakh, and allopathic doctors from 0.6 to 10.4 lakh. So the expansion of health infrastructure has resulted in the what? Yes, in the eradication of smallpox, guinea worms, and the, yes, the near eradication of polio and leprosy. So children, we can see the rapid changes happen even in the private sector as well as in the public sector. And the union government has also provided the technical assistance, financial assistance to the state government to provide all facilities to the people also. And the statistical measures also, yes, it gives us a what clear evidence that the changes that has happened, that is, we can see the increases in the number of beds, hospitals as well as the institutions, and the the people who manage such institutions all. So children, this is actually the overview of the health infrastructure done by the public and the private infrastructure. So I hope this session is clear for you. Thank you children for watching this video.